Hello everyone, today is February 8th and I'm so happy to say that today I received my offer for my second Disney College program. Hello, my name is Julia, also known as Neverland to Disney, and right now I am applying for my second Disney College program and I am so excited. I don't know if I'm going to actually use this video, but I just thought I'd record this for myself for YouTube, walking through my process. I am an alum of the Spring 2022 college program. I did it right after my sophomore year of not high school. I did it right after my sophomore year of college, and I'm just so excited to go back to the magic. Right now, I am a senior in college, so I'm gonna be graduating this spring, and then I'm hoping, fingers crossed, to go back down to Disney in the summer. So walk with me through my application process. Right now, I'm sitting in my school's radio booth where I host a Disney radio show, of course. So yeah, you might see people walking in that window. Hopefully not, but it is what it is. Yeah, so I have my laptop in front of me. Oh my gosh, see the little Mickey? It says Disney College Program applications are now open. That's so exciting. I feel like I need to take a picture of this. Okay, I took a photo because I had to. So I'm gonna press the big yellow apply button. I'm so excited. Apply now. And my Duncan here with me, of course. Okay, it says it's gonna take me 10 to 15 minutes to complete this application. Let's get started. So I believe the application process is a little bit different than when I did it before. So let's find out. Disney College program, food and oh.
Hey.
Hi.
Just stopping by really quickly because I'm waiting for my friend to come out of the bathroom.
That's
but
okay.
Say hi.
Hi.
What are you recording?
I'm applying to the Disney College program, so.
Oh, God damn it! Aren't you graduating this semester?
Yeah.
Don't leave.
Why?
Because that's up, and I'm gonna miss you.
Aww, that's so sweet.
Whatever. Go live your best life or whatever.
Hello? 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 Mom? 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 Carolyn? Carolyn? Mom? Mom? Carrie? Mom? Mom? Mother? Mom? Mom? Mother? Mom? 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 Oh, this part is different. Have you ever been employed by the Walt Disney Company or any of its affiliates? I am a former employee. Do I know my Perner? Yes. I have a photo of it. This is the role. This is the roles. I didn't get to do this in my program. They didn't have role selection until the last application, so spring. So I'm choosing a low interest in custodio, house person, and quick service. I did quick service my first program, and I would just love to do something else. I'm good for literally attractions, yes. Bell service, greeter, yes, because I'd be like the first cast member that they see on their whatever. Bippity boppity, oh my god, yes. Character attendant, yes. Character performer, yes. I'm very easy. Children's activities, oh my gosh, yes. Club level lounge, this is actually what my friend did. I'm gonna have to say no. Convention guide, I don't know what that is. I should probably look it up. Costuming operations, it sounds like fun, but also no. Lifeguard, no, I can't swim. Merch, yes. Photo pass, yes. Oh, I skipped monorail. Monorail sounds no. Recreation attractions, no, because I think that's like water parks and slides, and I'm not into that. Zone concierge, no. Cedar, I wouldn't mind Cedar, but also because like I have friends that do Cedars, but I'd just rather do something else. Skyliner gondola, I'd have to say no. Vacation planner, yes. Watercraft, no. Save and continue. Okay, I went through my role selection with my friend, and she was like, maybe put one or two more yes. So I said yes to concierge, and I said yes to Skyliner. So now it's time to hit the button that says send my application. Yay! So my application is turned in for the Disney College program fall 2024. I'm so excited. Sorry, that's my friend texting me. Yeah, I'm excited. Woo! And I will talk to you guys later once we get a little further in the application process. Hi friends, it is January 29th, Monday, January 29th, a week since I've applied, and today I was hanging out with some friends at Dunkin' when I got an email from the Disney College program. Now, the first email they sent me was the same thank you for applying email as they sent last week. I wonder if it was almost the same exact time. Just a little like weird. So I saw that email, I was like, huh, I wonder if anything in my dashboard changed. So I didn't see that they sent me other emails. I went into my dashboard and I went from step 1 to step 3. So if you are new with the whole steps, or if you just don't know, because you're a family member or new to the Disney College program, step 1 is application received. That is the first step after you send in your application. So when I applied my first DCP, I basically went from step 1 to 3 almost immediately, just because they did the web-based interviews at that time. After step 1 is step 2, which means application under review. So that basically means they're looking at your application and they're seeing if you're fit for the Disney College program, you meet all the requirements. That step usually doesn't last long. Like, I didn't even notice it. I checked my application stage sometime this morning. I remember when in my process of the morning, but I checked my application this morning and I was still at 1. And then like an hour or two later, I was at 3. So yeah, you're barely on that stage. And then when I opened it this morning, I saw that I was on stage 3, which is in consideration, and that says, we want to get to know you a little better. You may be asked to participate in a phone interview or online interview. So again, when I applied my first time for my first DCP, this was a web-based interview. So it's just like professional questions, like what would you do in this scenario? I don't even remember the questions because it's been so long, but it was just very professional questions. And it wasn't like, I don't even think you typed anything out yourself. It was just like a scale. like on a scale from 1 to 5, stuff like that. Yeah. So the web-based interview was easy because they basically gave you the questions and you picked what the answer was, but phone interview is a whole lot different. You know, my friend who had the phone interview for her CP, she did fall 2023, and that was the first time that they brought back the phone interviews, and she said, oh, they might ask you what your top 3 roles are. What would you want your top 3 roles to be? And so I used to really want to do PhotoPass, and you can even see that on my last program videos, but now my number 1 role is character attendant. I love children, I love characters. I think I would do really well. I've grown as a more social, outgoing person, and I think working at Box Lunch really helps me with that. Yeah, so I hope that would be a really fun role, but I also know it's crazy rare. Another insanely fun one would be Bippity Boppity Boutique, but I know that they're like pushing the CPs out of that, so I don't think they're gonna give out any for that, but merch would be fun. I like working in retail, and attractions would also be really fun. Yeah, so those are the top 3 roles. Oh, in the rest of the application, oh my gosh, I got so sidetracked. So I saw that I was on the 3rd stage, and then I went back to my email. I saw an action required email, and it wanted me to schedule my phone interview. So I scheduled my phone interview, and I scheduled it for this Friday at 2:45. I wanted to like snag the 12:30 spot, but someone got it before me. So in the email, they say that your phone interview can actually start 15 minutes before it's scheduled. So mine could start at 2:30 instead of 2:45, and it can last for, oh, actually, it can start 15 minutes before or 15 minutes after. So I could either start at 2:30 or 3, and it will last 15 to 20 minutes. So you basically have to like book an hour of your time for the interview that's supposed to start at a certain time. Yeah, so I booked my time, and I got an interview confirmation email. It just basically said, the caller ID might show as blocked, unknown, or spam, which is very helpful to know. And it says, this telephone interview will give us an opportunity to discuss your experiences and interests in the Disney College program. We want to know what sets you apart from other candidates. To prepare for this conversation, please review the possible roles here. And that has some interview tips, which is basically caller ID might show up as this. It might begin 15 minutes before or after. It lasts this long. It just says, if you're using a cell phone for the phone interview, make sure the phone is fully charged. Make sure that you're in a quiet place with good reception. It also says candidates will not be permitted to participate in a phone interview while operating a motor vehicle, which I thought was very interesting. Like, how are you gonna take this big time interview when you're driving? Like, that's so nerve-wracking. Anyways, I'm not really stressed for the interview. I mean, I'll probably read a few videos. I'll probably watch a few videos on YouTube. I'll talk to my friends who have had the phone interview. Yeah, I'm not incredibly stressed, which I think is a good thing. I know myself. I know why I want to work for the Disney company. I've worked for them before, so I don't see any bad things about this. So yeah, I'm chilling. So I think the next time I will talk to you guys is on Friday. And then, this is so exciting. And then they said that after your phone interview, they send you an email saying, thanks for spending the time so we can get to know you better. You'll get an email about your whatever 2 weeks after your phone interview. So I'm gonna know if I'm in the program in February, which is, well, my interview's in February, but it's so exciting how like fast this is going. Like, so I have to pull up my calendar. So I applied the 22nd, which is last Monday. I got my phone interview scheduled Monday the 29th, and then on February the 2nd I have my phone interview, and then by February 16th I will know if I'm in the college program. I keep thinking of like fun ways I could find out that I've been accepted, because I think the way I got accepted my first program was kind of fun. I talked about that on my DCP Tag video from that program, but basically I was in my intro to creative writing class and we were doing peer reviews for our poetry unit. I was sitting next to my friend. I think we were reading each other's poems. And this class is with my favorite professor ever. I've had her literally every single semester I've been on campus, so 5 times. She's running my private study this semester. I love her so much, and I'm so happy she's like a part of my story. Anyways, in class doing this peer review, and then I have an Apple Watch. This is an essential part of the story. My watch buzzes. I look at it. It says Disney College Program, congratulations. So I turn to my friend. I say, I got in. She's like, you got in? I'm like, yeah, I got in. So, and I say, I'm going to the bathroom. So I get up and I go to the bathroom and I call my mom. She picks up. Her and my sister in the car together. Tell them, I'm like, well, we're talking, we're happy, we're excited. My professor is actually in the bathroom, so it's like so awkward. I'm like huddled in the corner, like on the phone with my mom, and I'm like, hey, I left your class to talk on the phone with my mom. But yeah, anyways, that moment was really special to me, just because I don't know, and it makes me like wonder, like, how am I gonna find out this time? Like, will I be in my, it would be incredible if I was in my private study with my professor. It would just be so amazing. It would be fun if I was home with my family, because I'm going home, like, not like this weekend, like my phone interviews, but like the 2 weekends after. So like, yeah, so it'd be fun if I was with my family. It would be fun if I was at work. However, I work on the weekends, so unless they give me a weekday shift, I won't be at work with my coworkers, because I think it would be so fun if I was with my bestie Matt and I like just get a notification on my watch and I start freaking out and he's like, what's going on? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it would be fun if I was, I think the least fun would be if I was in any other class. So I guess my 2 other classes. I think it'd be fun if I was in voice. But like my least favorite, I have an eye doctor appointment on the 16th. So if I'm sitting in that eye doctor appointment and I find out, I'm gonna be upset. Also, if I'm driving home 2 hours to get home from school and I find out, I'm also gonna be upset. But we still have time. No, there's nothing good to come out of stressing over the future. So I'm just gonna roll with the punches. I kind of even wasn't expecting to hear back this soon, because I heard that they were kind of doing, like, all the May and June arrivals were getting their phone interviews scheduled last week. Like, no one from August or September was getting scheduled. So yeah, I was like I did not think that I was gonna hear back this soon, but I'm not complaining. And I know a few other people have gotten their phone interviews soon. I haven't heard of anyone getting accepted yet from the phone interviews that happened last week, but we'll find out soon. This is also exciting. Yeah, I'm just happy that I'm in this process again. I've been waiting to apply for months. Like, even in the summer, I think I was like, oh my god, I can't wait for it to be January so I can apply. And here we are in January. So yeah, I will stop rambling. I'm done talking and I will talk to you guys on Friday, either before, after, or during my phone interview. So I'll see you guys then. Hi guys, hopefully the quality isn't that bad. I'm recording on the Radio Mac right now. I actually recorded this on my laptop and I was like, this camera quality is absolutely awful. Let me see if this computer is any better. So much better. Anyways, right now it is 2:30. My phone interview is at 2:45, so they could call as early as 15 minutes or as late as 15 minutes. If that makes sense. So they could call right now, they could call at 2:45, they could call at 3. So I'm just chilling. I'm gonna try and get a few things done to spend my time before my interview, but we're chilling. I have my Disney World sweatshirt on. I'm gonna listen to You Are the Magic. I'm just gonna feel my feels, and then hopefully this interview goes good. I have a notepad so I can take notes, and hopefully I can record my interview for you guys on here because quality is good, at least from what I can see on this. I don't think I have anything else to say, so I will see you guys when they call. Okay, I am done with my interview. Unfortunately, she did say that we couldn't record, but that's completely fine. I did write down what we talked about, so I'm just gonna go over that really quickly with you guys. So she started off my interview by telling me her name, making sure that I'm me, and then she asked if I was an international student on a visa, if I had a valid U.S. driver's license, and just double checking that I am applying for the fall 2024 Walt Disney World Orlando, Florida program that can be 4 to 6 months. And she said that the last 2 people she talked to, one thought they were applying to Disneyland, and the other thought they were applying to just a summer program. So, those poor souls. Yeah, and then she talked to me about, she said, oh, I see you're an alumni. I'm like, yes, I am an alumni. And we talked about how I'm a senior at my school and how I'm going to be graduating soon. She asked when I was graduating. I said May the 4th. Super fun. And then she asked me why I wanted to come back. So I basically said that, I loved my program so much the first time and I had to come back to school to finish my degree, but now that I'm done, I'm ready to go back. We talked about, she asked me if I wanted to stay with a company long term, and I said yes. I'm planning on staying at the parks for a few years, and I have my creative writing degree, so I would very much love to work for the Disney long term, either at Imagineering or in the studios, which is my dream. And she said that networking is so big in the parks and in Disney as a whole, so I'm ready to network. She asked if I lived at Flamingo before, and I said yes. I was at East, and then I told her how I adored my roommates. You know who you are. How I still talk to them even now. And she's like, well, I'm so glad you had a great time with your roommates the first time around, but did you have any bad roommate situations? So I talked about how I went about my roommate situation my sophomore year. And I also was like, yeah, I shared a room with my sister when I was growing up, so I know how it is. But that's different than sharing it with a person. That's different than sharing it with someone that's not in your family. She actually told me that they tried to, she didn't use the word prioritize, but that's basically what she was meaning. So they try really hard to click alumni into their top roles or top choices. and put them where they want to be put. So if you loved your role the first time and you want to do it again, they'll try and put you in there. If you want to try something new, they'll try and put you there. It just depends. And she asked what my top roles were. So I said my top choice is character attendant, but I also would like to be in attractions, in merch, as in children's activities, or in PhotoPass. So we talked about a few of those. And when I said character attendant, I also said I'm interested, my top role is character attendant. I would just love to be able to make magic and make the connections with the families and the kids and all the guests, but I know that it is a role that is not given out that often. And she kind of thanked me. She's like, thank you for understanding that, we only have so many roles to give out and so many places and opportunities. We did talk about character attendant a little bit, and I know that, like, you're not supposed to be like, oh, because we talked about this is gonna be my role, but that's what I'm feeling in my heart, you guys. She said that a character attendant is similar to attractions in the way that it's story-based sometimes, and leadership-based. And then she asked if I had any leadership abilities or experience, just because, when you're a character attendant, you're kind of like alone. You're kind of a lone wolf. You're in charge of the situation. You have to make sure everything is going good. And I talked about my leadership role at Dunkin' and how I've been a shift leader since I was 18, and how, I had troubles in the past, just getting people to listen to me, but I'm able to run a well-oiled machine, and how my general manager still wants me back whenever I can. And she asked me what my favorite character was. I said Rapunzel, of course. And then she threw out a scenario, what would you say to a guest when Rapunzel has to go on a break and isn't able to visit them? I was like, because I practiced with Mickey, I think, when me and my friend Elise, we were doing like a mock interview. I think I came up with something for Mickey, but Rapunzel was like, Rapunzel has to go play with Pascal because he misses her, and she'll be back to see them soon. I should have said they were going to play hide and seek, but my Rapunzel brain wasn't working. And then she said, I see that you worked at the Magic Kingdom. Oh my gosh, I totally skipped one of my parts. In between top roles and the character attendant, we talked about how I worked at Cosmic. She said, oh, I see you worked at Cosmics on your last program, so I'm guessing you just want to do something different this time around. I said, yeah, I made so many great friends at Cosmics, and I made the most out of it, but I think I'm just ready for something new, like she said. So she said, oh, you worked at Magic last time, do you want to work there again, or would you rather do you want to go somewhere else? And then I talked about how I love Magic Kingdom, and I would love to continue to work at Magic Kingdom, but I would also be interested in working in another park. And she said, oh, another park, like, are you not interested in the resorts? And I said, I'm interested in the resorts, but I'm more of a fast-paced kind of person, and from what I understand, from what I've heard from my friends and people online, that I've heard that the resorts can be kind of slower at times in certain roles. So then we talked about that, how the parks are kind of like at the same rate, like busy. They're constantly steady amount of busy, but the resorts are kind of like stagnant. Like sometimes they'll be slow and sometimes they'll be really busy. It just depends on what kind of time of the day it is. And then she asked me if I'm able to handle like new technology, so stuff like attractions. They have technology to run point of sale systems or PhotoPass, so the camera equipment. And then we moved into talking about PhotoPass. So, for the new technology part, she asked me if I had any experience working with new technology recently, and I talked about how I just started a new job this last semester, and I had to learn a new point of sale system. And I also talked about how sometimes I'd go into work in Tomorrowland and I'd move from stand to stand, and the POS would be different. Like depending on where you were. Like, you know, at Cosmics you have burgers, right? And you have hot dogs, but the hot dogs on the screen at LPAD would be somewhere different. So it was a little confusing at times, and sometimes I just have to go in, like, stare at the screen and be like, okay, this is where I am, this is where all the buttons are. Yeah. And then we moved on to talk about PhotoPass. So she actually said she was a leader over at PhotoPass before she moved over to recruiting. And she asked me if I had any camera experience. So I'm kind of like an amateur. I'm kind of an amateur camera enthusiast. Like, my dad's always had a DCLR, so I've grown up using those, and took a photography class in high school, although that is a hot second ago. And then she kind of said like some gruesome details about PhotoPass. And I was kind of like, oh, okay. They have like 10-15 pounds of camera equipment on them at all times. You know, they're standing, squatting, kneeling in all these weird positions for like 10 to 12 hours a day. So they're basically an athlete. She also said that sometimes during the summer, PhotoPass are deployed to the water parks, and you could sometimes be standing in the water. And I was like, oh my gosh. And I was like, it's okay, it's basically the Florida rainstorm, right? And then I don't know how I did this, but apparently I clicked I'd be for character performer, and she reminded me about the auditions. The closest ones to me are in Philadelphia. Which is not kind of far, but I'd rather be in Boston or New York, but I don't know if I'll end up doing those, but it's an opportunity. And she, you know, reminded me about the processes and that I'm just getting accepted to the program. I won't know my role yet, which I know. She said I would be told whether or not I've been accepted within the next 2 weeks, and the application fee the exception fee, I guess, is $240 right now, which was not $240 when I applied. She said, I think it's gone up in the past few years. I'm like, yeah, I think it has. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. So, today is Friday, February 2nd. I should know if I have been accepted into the Disney College program fall 2024 by February 16th. So, fingers crossed. I know that acceptances have already gone out. Yesterday, I think. My friend actually already got accepted for her summer alumni program. So, it's really just a waiting game. It's always a waiting game with the DCP, actually, but I'm pretty happy with how my interview went. She knew I had experience, and she knew I worked for Disney before, so I think I did pretty good. Yeah, so I will see you guys, I guess, when I'm accepted. If I don't get accepted next week, I'll probably do a little update video. Well, I'll see you guys the next time I see you. Bye! So far, this video has kind of been my process into getting accepted, and so this will be the last day that I record for this video, so I'm very excited. I know that obviously this video is being posted, a few months since I received this news, but I've been slowly working on processing through my content for my last program. Speaking of my last program, today I'm wearing my navy blue quarter zip with my name tag embroidered on it. I know it's backwards for you guys, but it says Julia. And you've probably seen this if you've watched my other videos. You've seen this in my move-in video for my last program. So it's super fun. So I thought a great way to finish out this video would be to do the DCP tag the second time around. So I'm super excited. I hope you guys are excited to follow along this journey. Yeah. Right now I'm in my room at home with my lovely tangled tapestry behind me. I'm home this weekend, so I'm gonna be editing a lot of videos. I'm chilling in my room, my Stitch behind me. There we go. Depth perception. Whoa. I have my lovely pink coffee from Dunkin'. So let's just chill, hang out, and do the DCP tag together. First question is, how did you hear about this program? So it's kind of the same, answer as my first time around, but so I got really into Disney my sophomore year of high school. I've always been a Disney kid my whole life, but got really into Disney then. And I was watching a lot of YouTube videos, and January 2018, my sophomore year of high school, I stumbled across Emily Enchanted's video of her moving into the Disney College program. And so that just kind of like shifted my worldview. So shout out to her for introducing me to the wonderful world of the Disney College program, absolutely changing my life for the better. Yeah, so I started out from there. Obviously, I did my spring 2022 program my sophomore year of college. Now going back down again after I graduate college. So super fun. Question number 2, how was the interview process? So this is actually different from my last video, the last time around, which is kind of fun. This time, which you've seen before in this video, I had a phone interview, which went really, really well in my opinion. Obviously it went well if I got accepted. We just had a fun chat, and I think the phone interview is kind of different when you're an alumni, because everything that I was looking at was kind of like, why do you want to do this? What, experience do you have going into this? However, for me, it's different because I've already done it. I've already been accepted. I've already lived at Flamingo. I've already adapted to living by myself with other people. So it's kind of they know I've already got it. They know I've already done it. So it's just a matter of, what do you want to do this time around? So, number 3, where were you when you found out? This is such a silly story. And it's great because I remember my first acceptance so vividly, and this one, it's a little silly, but I know it still is memorable. The entire time in this process, I was just thinking of where will I be when I find out? What will I be doing? Will I be in class again? Will I be with the same professor? Which would have been crazy. Guys, that would have been crazy. Will I be at work? Will I be in the radio booth? What will I be doing? But this time, it's a little different than last time. So, like I said earlier, I'm home. It's a super long weekend at my school, so I'm home for the weekend. So my parents are at work, my sister's still at school, my brother's at school. So it's just me alone in the house. I was doing my makeup, as I do. And when I was getting ready, I was actually watching, I was trying to find move-in videos from the recent move-in that happened last month in January, just because it'll be, kind of different from what I experienced and more new. And so I was watching this one video, and then I was scrolling through just the YouTube search, DCP move-in. I was scrolling, and then I found my own. I was like, you know what, let me just rewatch it. I'm a little bit of a narcissist in this way. I rewatch my own videos a lot, especially when I'm feeling nostalgic or I want to be in that mood. So I was watching my own video, entertained, and then notification popped up, Disney College program, congratulations, and I was like, hold the phone. So I stopped what I was doing in the middle of my makeup. I got up and I went over to my laptop, opened the email, saw it in person. I just thought it was so silly that I was watching my own move-in video for my last program when I found out. But even though I was alone this time, I still think it's as memorable. Of course, I called my mom, she's at work, and she was like, I told myself these next 2 weeks while Julie is waiting for acceptance to pick up the phone every time she calls, because it could be. And I was like, that's a really good call. We were actually talking about the program and me getting accepted last night. Just cause, you know, this like whole 2 weeks thing, like last program, it was so different because it was like, I did the WBI the day I applied, radio silence for almost 2 months. So this time around, it's a little different, but different in a good way. So number 4, what is your role or preferred roles? So still, you know, they changed it from pre-COVID. This time around, it's the same as the last program. So I'll find out my, like, I'm trying to think of the right word to explain it. My general role. Find out my general role 4 weeks before I move down, so around a month. My preferred roles, my number 1 is character attendant. I just think I would do so well, like spreading magic, watching the magic happen in front of my eyes, like, oh, it just gives me all the feels. So me and my my recruiter, we talked a lot about that role, so fingers crossed. But we also talked a little bit about attractions, talked about PhotoPass, you know, I have merch experience. We talked about how I am ready for something other than food service. So again, fingers crossed. Yeah. Number 5, how did you find your roommates? How many do you want? They need to like update the DCP tag, you guys. Like, I'll do it for you. But so I will pick, or I'll start talking to a bunch of people to try and find a good roommate. I love my roommates from my last program, so I have some big shoes to fill. But soon I'll start the process of, you know, talking to girls, you know, trying to find my roommate. So I get to link with one other girl who I could potentially be sharing a room and or bathroom with during my stay at Flamingo. And that will go into effect 8 weeks before my program, so 2 months before. My friend is actually already scouting the Facebook pages looking for people with the same dates as me. So I appreciate you, Elise. Number 6, what are you going to miss while in the program? I'm of course going to miss my family here. It just, like, I've already done this and experienced this before. So it's like, I know that I'll miss my family. That, like, that's one of the biggest reasons that I was quite sad my first program, but I know that if I surround myself with the right people and find a really good, strong support system, that, you know, I won't feel that loss of my family. So yeah, that's just the biggest thing I think for me. But number 7, what is your favorite Disney park? So Magic Kingdom, of course, is my favorite. It's where I worked. It's where I went to a lot, not the most, but a lot. It has the most rides. It's the oldest. It's just, I don't know. It's the most magical, obviously. It's the Magic Kingdom. My second is definitely Epcot. Just because it's the one I went to the most during my program, I think, especially with Guardians, all the festivals, although I wasn't 21 my first program, so this time I am. Yes. Number 8, first thing you want to do when you get there. Honestly, I think the first, like, big thing after move-in and everything is just to see my old roommates and our friends. This is something that I've been talking with my mom a lot about, but so my roommates and our 2 friends, you guys have seen them in previous videos, Kayla, Caitlin, Laura, and Zach and Tyler. They were like my best friends. I miss them so much, and we've still, you know, we still talk to each other all the time. So and then this summer we'll actually all be back in Florida. So they're all kind of in Florida. Zach just graduated from Tampa. Tyler and Laura have been working in Universal. Caitlin's been at SeaWorld. And it's just me and Kayla finishing college up north. But Kayla graduated in December. She actually just received a professional internship with Disney, so she's going to be moving down to Florida and living at Flamingo starting in June, which is crazy. So 2 short months later, I'll be back. I'll be arriving in August, and then we'll all be reunited together for the first time in 2 years, because Zach's program ended in August 2022. So it's crazy. I've seen Laura and Zach once or twice since my program ended, but I'm so excited to see Tyler and Caitlin and Kayla and just all be together again, because they're so special to me. So I think that's the first thing I'm gonna do, is hang out with my roommates and our friends. Number 9, what is number 1 on your bucket list? Honestly, just to have fun. I did a lot my first program. I just want to really make memories, make friends, live in the moment. And I want to try exploring like outside of the parks this time around, because I definitely did not explore Florida or Orlando as much as I wanted to, so hopefully I can do that this time around. And number 10, what is one thing you hope to take away from the program? Kind of like the last one, just memories and friends, and yeah, I'm planning on staying down this time, so the program isn't like the end for me. It's kind of just the beginning. That's so cheesy, but yeah. So this is the end of my second DCP application process, from applying to receiving my offer. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me through this journey. It was a very short journey, only like 2-3 weeks, which is crazy, but I'm so excited. I'm in such a Disney mood today, obviously. Yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Make sure you subscribe to follow me for my second DCP journey. Like, comment if you have something you want to share, and don't forget to follow me over on Instagram, which is the same as here, at Neverland to Disney, to follow me for, extra content. I share a lot over there, especially about my radio shows on my radio show on campus. So, pop over there, give me a follow. Yeah, again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time for maybe a spring break 2024 vlog. We'll find out. Yeah. Thank you so much, guys, and I will see you next time. Bye.